Hi everyone, I'm Chanel. Here with me I have
Kayla.
And over there blowing her nose is
Chelsea.
And this is gonna be the beginning of my YouTube channel. To all my friends who actually will watch this, I know I've been saying this for a good 5 years now, but I'm starting today and that's what counts. So today we'll be discussing school, education, mostly in college. So my two little ones here, they're in their years of college. This one's in
My junior year.
and that one's in
Spring semester.
her senior year.
Wow, I
Her
can't
senior
believe
last
you're a senior.
semester.
Wow.
Yeah, like she made it.
You about to graduate.
Right? I can't wait.
Can you come sit down?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna put my little lip gloss first.
Okay. Also, disclaimer: I will be bullying Chelsea. There's a whole entire episode.
For what?
Trigger alert. Okay, trigger
You're
alert.
not.
Come sit down, please. Alright, so if you do not like bullying at all, I do not encourage. I mean, I don't encourage it, but I will be doing it throughout this video. So if this is not for you, you can skip. Okay, so as I was saying, this episode is going to be about college. I'm in my post-college years. I graduated college, but
Years ago.
like 2 years ago in 2019.
That was not 2 years.
3 years ago.
Yeah, this is 2022.
But okay, we just got into 2022 though. You understand? Because I graduated in the mid of 2019. It's not like I
It's
graduated
almost
in the
February.
beginning.
It's okay. We almost have March.
Okay, I graduated a few years ago. Now, a lot of years. I'm still young. As you can see.
She's
But
trying to hold
I
on.
graduated a few years ago. So that's not the point. The point is, we're gonna come here and talk about college as well as post-college, and maybe give some, I guess, like tips.
Tips and stuff.
Yeah, tips and stuff. And like, if you're looking for college, if you're a high schooler going into college,
If you're trying to know how to cheat.
what? No, we're not doing that. No. Okay, I'm so sorry. We started this off badly already.
One word. Group me.
No, maybe. No. Okay. I'm sorry. I started this off wrong. We're not bullying. We are not cheaters. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Don't cheat.
It's not good for you.
Okay, but yes, we're gonna give some tips, some advice on like if you're looking into going to college, what to look for, things that your teachers and parents are lying to you about. That's just not true. And then maybe some postgraduate encouragement as well. So like, if you don't find that job that you were hoping for, if you were doing that major for the longest and now you don't feel like doing it anymore, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know. Like we didn't prepare for this at all. Like I just called up Chelsea. She was coming to my house. I was like, let's do this.
Not even what's prepared.
There's no questions or anything.
I'm always prepared.
And so if you clicked on this video hoping for some real life advice, good luck.
I'll be here to give it to you.
Yeah, so first I think we should start off with some true introductions. Kayla, you can tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're studying, and I don't know, future goals and career.
Okay, so I'm Kayla. I'm a junior at New Albany. You see me repping my school. You know vibes. I'm in my spring semester and I major in, right now it's human biology, but I want to be a physical therapist. That's my career path.
Can you do that quieter?
My career path is physical therapy, so that's where the human bio comes in. I could have picked a better school to go to that has like an exercise science kind of thing, kinesiology, yeah, stuff like that. If physical therapy is your path, maybe you should do that and not follow what I did. Yeah.
Okay, but you'll give tips and stuff about that as well.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all the same Bachelor of Science, so honestly it doesn't matter, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Kayla. Chelsea, you would introduce yourself now.
Hi, my name is Chelsea. I go to Brooklyn College, and my major is actuary and mathematics. And my goal is to be an actuary and take all those exams. It's really hard, but like I'm trying to get there. I'm a senior right now, so I'm graduating by like hopefully by May. But I think I have to take an extra class in the summer, so probably like June or something or July.
Yeah. And now me.
Yeah.
So hi, my name is Chanel. I graduated college in 2019. I went to Baruch College in New York City, on 23rd in Lexington. I also studied actuarial science, and after that I left. I did not take the exams. I pretty much dipped out of the whole entire country. I ended up moving over to Paris to be a nanny, and it was very purposeful. It was amazing. Yeah, and I didn't follow the I guess trajectory, like with the plan that was laid out for me. And that's completely okay. And currently now I work for a company. I'm doing internships. I'm doing an internship. And I lived in Paris for the last 2 years, just jumping around from job to job. So first I was a nanny, then I worked for a nonprofit organization, and now currently I work for a corporation doing talent acquisition for internships. So yes, like I said, we did not prepare for this, but I do have some questions, and y'all can throw some questions out there as well.
Okay.
But first question is, when planning your career or like your future in high school, what was the plan? Like, what did you think about, especially like going into college and preparing for college and yeah.
Chelsea,
Who wants to start?
All right, you can go start.
Okay. So honestly, there was no plan. My plan was to play basketball, honestly. So I didn't really, I was like, oh, wherever they want me to go, I'll go. So I know I want to do something sports-wise. And then I remember, it's actually very funny, Auntie Sandy, who was...
Auntie
Chelsea.
Sandy, always be putting aside.
Yeah, no, she's really great at this career stuff.
Yeah, she is.
She should be a career counselor.
Yeah, she is.
Shout out to you,
My
Auntie
mom.
Sandy.
Yeah, shout
out to my mom.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
I remember she was talking about the jobs that make the most money, kind of, because, you know, my cousin's a nurse, and Sandy's also a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about, like, medical field stuff, so PT was brought up. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
Oh, PT, what is PT?
Oh, sorry. Physical therapy was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I think I could do that. That sounds cool. Not too much doctory stuff and needles and all those stuff. So I was like, okay, this sounds like I could do this. And they get paid a lot. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Like, that was my plan. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to school for this. So going into, like, my senior year, you know, you got your college advisors and you go through lists of, like, schools that have... Honestly, I didn't think I went through any majors, really. I was like, oh, this school seems cool. I'm apply. So, I really had no plan leaving leaving high school. And then, you know, what's that? Is it April 1st or May 1st? I think it's April 1st.
Fool's Day?
No, not April. Okay, so May 1st is...
Oh, May 1st we had the pick your
it's college decision day.
Yeah.
And I had no idea where I was going. I played a couple showcases for basketball in like York College is a CUNY in Queens. Kind of reached out to me, and then Lehman also reached out to me, which is also in the Bronx. And I wanted to go to Lehman. Lehman had a great exercise science program, and they had a pretty good basketball team. So I was like, okay, it's a win-win for me. I ended up not getting accepted to Lehman because, you know, I wasn't the best high school student. I was average. I was pretty average. So they didn't accept me, so I just ended up going to York. So I went for like a little college tour, and I was like, I might as well just accept your offer right now. And I decided the same days. Bad decision. Don't do that. That's not a good decision to make. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Chelsea, your turn.
All right, so I didn't really have much of a plan either, but like my aunt, Auntie Audrey, she was like actuary too, and she was telling me how like they make good money, and she used to do it too. So I'm like, okay, I want to make good money too, and it's like a statistics thing where you're like good at math. So I'm like, okay, I'm not too bad at math, and then I got into the career. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really hard. So I had to get like tutoring and stuff during school, but I had to like get myself through it. So like, you have to like really study and dedicate your like study into like actuary and your classes and stuff, because it's like a lot of hard classes you have to take. But yeah, I was like forcing myself to like do it and stuff, and just like forcing myself throughout college, because I felt like I was about to fail all the time and stuff like that. But you just have to like force yourself and like push your mind through it, and then you'll get it done at the end of the day. But yeah, and at the end of the day, it will like work out in the long run because they make good money. So you just have to like put your mind through it and everything. But before, I didn't really have much of what I wanted to do anyway. I just chose that career because my aunt did it and you make good money. So I'm like, might as well do that. But yeah. But yeah.
So for me, I had a path. I knew exactly what I wanted to do since middle school. I knew that I wanted to go to the Ivy Leagues. I wanted to go to Yale specifically. I remember going to all like the all the college tours and stuff with like my teachers. Especially because like I went to like a college preparatory school, so we always like college was always a thing in the back of our mind.
Sorry.
So it was in high school that I kind of like, I'm gonna say realized I was smart, but not even in a way is like, oh yeah, like I'm good at doing like math or anything like that. It was more of like I was just really good at, like, not that I was good, but I was like very like competitive when it came to studies, being on the honor roll, stuff like this. So like smart. And I was like taking AP classes. I was doing everything pretty much to like put myself in line to get into this Ivy League. When it finally came time, like in like senior year of college, no sorry, senior year of high school, to kind of like really prepare to go to college, I was completely lost. I remember I did get some letters and stuff saying that they were like schools were interested in me. I remember like I had an interview with Yale, and it didn't go well. Like it wasn't bad, but it just didn't go well, and I just didn't think I was getting into the school. And I finally got the rejection letter a few weeks later. But then I just started to feel really, really lost. I was like, okay, like most of the schools that I would want to go to, I can't afford to go to. I did get scholarships, but like scholarships be nothing. Like the scholarships that the schools give you, they can't cover nothing, like barely anything. No matter how many thousands of dollars they give you, like there's still so much loans you have to take out. And I just knew that I was a person that I just didn't want to take out loans, not because I couldn't afford to, but mostly because I just didn't want to. It just sounded like too much work. So I was like, no. I remember getting to Spelman because I wanted to go to like HBCU if I didn't get into Ivy League, but like they're expensive. Like you like I know people who literally had to like they just couldn't afford it, and I just didn't want to be in that position. So I ended up not going to like the Ivy League I wanted to go to. Then I was pretty much left with like state and city schools, and like if you, I mean, this is my experience, like if you go to like a city high school, then they talk bad about state schools, they talk bad about like city schools. Like you don't want to end up in a city school. Like ending up in a city school is like the last thing you want to do. Like this was the mindset that was pretty much like instilled in us going to like a New York City high school. So I remember when May 1st came around and we had to make that college decision, I was stuck between like all the CUNYs within New York City, and it was pretty much down to like city college, City College and Baruch College. Like I didn't hear anything about Baruch College, but here it goes again, Auntie Sandy. She was telling us like about actuary and like how it's like a good paying job and it has mathematics, and mathematics was just one of the things that I was like good at. I took like the AP for mathematics and stuff. I didn't do that well on the test, but whatever. So I was like, okay, fine. Like I looked into actuary. Like I really wanted to be a doctor, but for some reason, like my heart just wasn't into it, and I didn't do that well in the AP bio. I'm sorry, I'm giving a lot of information. I didn't do that well in AP bio, and I did better in AP statistics. So I was like, okay, maybe actuary is like kind of the thing that I want to go into. So I looked at schools that were good for actuary. Baruch College was good in actuary, so I was like, okay, fine. I'll choose Baruch College. Also, my best friend was going to City College, and she told me that she didn't want us to go to the same school together.
Oh, shit. That's OD.
So I was like, okay. I still love her, still my best friend. So I chose, like, my end decision was Baruch College. So I remember going up to the bursar's office, I think it was, or like the first student office, and like giving them all my deposit and crying. I was like, I don't want to go here.
I've had that moment.
I don't want to go here. But truthfully, I think that's probably the best decision I've ever made. Yeah. But like my story goes a little bit further because I finished college. So I finished college. I finished actuary. It was very difficult, especially being a woman of color in STEM. Like I don't. If you haven't walked in those shoes, you don't understand. I'm not just talking about being a Black woman, even if you're a South Asian woman, if you're a Hispanic woman, just being a woman in STEM in general, it's difficult. But that's not what this is about. So it was difficult. And by the time I finished like college and everything, I just felt so burnt out, and I just knew I didn't want to do that anymore. And I was applying to jobs and stuff, and I just didn't feel any of the jobs I wanted to go to. And that's pretty much how I ended up not doing anything. Throwing away the whole plan. So yeah. I don't know. Do y'all have any questions? Or anything y'all want to touch upon about like just college and preparing for it and getting through it?
I think all I would say is you kind of want to go into college. with a plan. You may not need to follow it. You see, you just heard Chanel's plan. Like, she had a plan, but she didn't follow it. But look, she got a degree.
Right, exactly.
You want to come out with the degree that you paid for this school for. Also, I would like to say, if you can save the most amount of money going to school, you should do that, because they talk about experience, experience this.
Bruh.
No.
No.
You don't. There's no such thing. You can experience your whole life if you go outside.
Right.
Okay?
That
They are raising requirements for life. They're raising requirements for life, literally. So if you spend all your money on college, and then now you have to go get a master's, because you're not going to get any good paying job without your master's degree. Like me, I got to go to a whole DPT program before I can even get a license or anything like that. So if you thought you was going to finish high school and get into a PT job, that was not going to happen. Oh, college and get a PT job? Or any job that requires lawyer, doctor, those type of jobs. You don't have to go get your master's, go get your graduate's degree, go get your doctorates. So save that money for them. Please. I promise you, it's not that serious. All you do in college is be stressed about finals week, because the rest of the in-between part is pretty easy if you're on top of your stuff. Party and be broke and hungry. That's all. That's literally all that you do.
Oh, I have to say it's I feel like community college is good to go to, because you save a lot of money, and then you have to take a lot of loans after, and then you after you graduate, you could probably have to pay back a lot of loans. So it makes no sense if you go to a community college first and then transfer to a 4-year, and then you get the same experience, but it all balances out, and then at least you don't have to be stuck in student loans after you graduate and stuff. And it's good to make a degree in something that's actually valuable, and not major in art, or no offense to people that have art majors. No offense to all the art majors, or people that are I feel like STEM majors are stuff if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, stuff like that is a good degree. Wait,
I'm just gonna brush up what she said. There's other ways to be successful.
Yeah.
Except college, you can go get your certification, do an apprenticeship. Not necessarily. Maybe college is not the right road for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen. Because you don't talk about it. They don't talk about it.
And then I was talking to this guy on the train, right? He was telling me how he went to a college, a community college, and
you just that guy on the train?
He was sitting next to me, and we just had some random conversation.
This is New York, so okay.
Oh yeah. He was how he went to college and he majored in English or journalism, and then he was 7 years later he never used his degree. He was just it was just pointless for him to go. And he was yeah, that's true. You have to major in something that's valuable and stuff. So I'm yeah, that is true. But as long as you know what you're doing though, and then you network and stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I agree and disagree with both. Maybe. One, I would say like Kayla said, college is not for everyone, and you don't literally have to graduate high school and jump right into college. So I lived in Paris for the last 2 years, and one thing I would say is that a lot of my friends that were from Europe, they have. Depending on the countries, there's this idea that right after you finish high school, you'll do a year abroad or study abroad or maybe do a trip abroad or something. And of course, this is a very privileged mindset. But there are programs out there that can actually be very low costs that you can go to. Maybe it's also maybe taking a year off and just working in an office or something. Seeing that maybe something that you thought you wanted to do. See if you actually like that before you jump into college and a career. Spend the next 4 years studying this and not liking it at all. There's other choices. There's also trade schools and stuff like that to go into. So definitely look into maybe other paths before jumping into college, especially if you're a person who knows that you don't like college, you don't like a very structured standard educational system, because that it really depends. It's not for everyone, I would say, and then sometimes it's not for everyone in a certain time. So these are some things. So definitely look into other experiences that you can get into. Another thing I would say about college is make your money work for you. So especially if you're going to be in a certain major, look up the classes and stuff that you need to go ahead of time. See if you're actually interested in those things. Save as much money as possible. Like I was saying before, the idea of like going to a state school or a city school, like to some people it's just like, oh no, like that's like you don't want to do that, like you won't get the real college experience. But to be honest, like I'm not sure if I got the real college experience, but I definitely know that because of how I went about doing college, like I had no loans to pay back, and it afforded me the chance to like take off to Europe for a good 2 years to kind of figure out what I want to do over there. So yeah, also like college is all about really like networking. So like of course things you're learning in school is really good, but like make sure you join clubs, that you meet people. Like networking is so important, and it's also one of the reasons why I've gotten so far as I've gotten. Like I have not applied to that one job, but I've been working. No, that's a lie. I did appear to be a nanny, but that don't really count. But still, like the networking and those experiences that you make in college is what's really gonna propel you further. And this is advice I would give the two of y'all as well in your last in the last few semester or so. Because yeah, like those networking and those connections, you never know where they could lead you. So that's some advice I would give you, kiddies.
Yep.
Anything else that we can say that could be important to say?
You can never. No, that's true. You could choose the wrong school. It's never bad to change schools.
Yeah.
This is my third school, guys.
Really? I thought it was.
It is.
Huh? I mean,
She said it's never bad.
It's never bad.
Oh.
I've been to York College. I've been to City College. Now I'm at University of
Right. Like,
I haven't paid. Okay, I started paying finally for school, but I'm pretty okay with it. But I went to college free for 2 whole years.
Yeah.
I only pay for dorming. That's it. It's a measly.
you have a roommate or you have your own?
She has flatmates.
Yeah. That's a next episode. If you're deciding to go away in dorm. That's a thing.
No, we can talk about that now. That's a part of this.
Oh. Find somebody you know.
Oh.
To go, if you're cool with some people in your school, find somebody you know, and you ask them all the important questions, like their cleanliness. That's the number one question you need to ask them. And you room with them, because you do not want to be stuck in a room, in a house full of dirty people. You will go crazy. And you already have all these classes. You will go crazy. Definitely if you're a cleansly person. Like, if you're not too, like, you're not crazy about, oh, this needs to be cleaned up when it happens, I mean, I guess. But if you can find somebody that you really are compatible with, to be roommates, to be dorm mates with, or share a space with, do that, because these roommates out here are doing bad. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I feel like most of you guys probably lived with your parents for the most of your life, and you kind of could adjust. But when you go outside of your house and you go live with somebody else, it's like a whole different experience. I feel like my mother. You ever seen them Progressive commercials?
Bruh.
That's how I feel when I'm on campus.
I would say, like, living at home, I didn't have these issues. When I got home, there's always food on the table for me. House was always warm. I did my chores. That was it. I was out the house. I came in the house. I didn't have to worry. The thing is that there's a train ride. The train ride is good, like, hour, 30 minutes. Okay. That was a little annoying. Yeah, full of interesting people.
And things.
Yeah, like, if you haven't followed the Instagram page, New York Creatures of New York.
What is New York?
Yeah.
This is very off topic, but I think it's important to say. Riding the train in New York is an experience, good and bad.
Yeah. Good entertainment. And some entertainment you just didn't need.
Right. Some things you didn't really need to see, but you saw really.
You make fear for your life.
And make sure you stand all the way in the back. Don't stand next to the front, because people could, like, people are crazy. They could push you. There's a lot of stuff happening. I'm not gonna say like those. Yeah, just stand in the back.
Stand in the back.
Yeah, stand. Yeah.
Stay in the conductor car. If you're not a New Yorker, make sure you're in the conductor car. Okay. Just like, wait, no.
The reason why I don't want to conduct the car, it depends where my stop is.
Okay, everybody. But if you're not a New Yorker, like, you're probably not even going that far. Like, you're probably not even, like, looking up.
Oh, yeah, maybe if you if you're new, yeah. Being the conductor,
Like, if you're one of those NYU students or Columbia students and you gotta ride the train back and forth, if you're new to the city, conductor card it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Any other last, I don't know, thoughts, ideas, tips that any of these youngins would need to know? And this could be for people in college, maybe going from high school to college, maybe leaving college as well. Just like some thoughts you had.
Scholarships.
Oh yeah.
You need to apply.
Yeah.
They are not going to fall into your lap.
Mm.
We've all been victim to. Oh well, I don't want to write that essay.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah.
That's true.
Write the essay. It's not that long. Write the essay. It's not even gonna be that long. I promise you. It's about you. So once you start getting on the roll with it,
Yeah.
you're gonna have 5 pages you didn't even notice.
Bruh.
Please write the essay.
Yeah.
Please write the essay.
And I'm gonna say for the scholarships, that goes for like any point. Like any point. If you're in high school, if you're a freshman in high school, start looking at those scholarships. If you're a senior in high school, it's not too late to be looking at scholarships. If you're in college, there's still scholarships out there that you can apply to. If you're post-college, let's say you're looking to graduate school, you're looking to doctorates, you're just looking to live life, there's scholarships for that. So no matter where you are, there's scholarships. So
if you're a lefty, you could get a scholarship too.
If you're what?
A lefty, you could get.
Oh, Kayla, you got that scholarship?
I ain't know about it.
Oh,
See?
but she didn't even take her own advice.
See, because I'm here to tell you
Bruh.
all the mistakes.
Yeah, we're here to preach, but not follow the preacher.
I applied to the little ones that was I seen on TikTok.
Oh, okay. Thank you, TikTok.
You know, TikTok be blessing with the little scholarship. If you don't know where to look,
I follow that girl too.
go to TikTok. TikTok be having some very valuable life lessons. They show you all the.
This is not an ad for TikTok. They are not paying us.
Oh no! Don't go to TikTok. But if you want to do your research, if you want to know how to get a free textbook, scholarships, job internships, how to apply for jobs, how to ask questions on your job
Oh,
interviews, go online.
the opportunities are there for you. You just have to look for them.
Yeah.
And I know y'all be on there
Yeah.
looking at foolishness.
If you watching this video,
So you might as well go to the search bar.
yeah. Well, I think that is all from us today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and this is the end. Bye.